back and shoulders and a very large beard with a scar across his eye, and he's just pounding away at hot metal, and he's got a sign that's sort of flapping in the wind. And so Nurmac goes and acquires his expertise on improving his sickle, and I believe Zephy, she, after sort of interacting with the other two party members, which weren't party members at that time, but eventually sort of introducing each other, she heads to the tavern where Nurmac joins her. They have a few drinks, they ask a few questions. There was a performance given, which was done very well by Zephy and earned her a little bit of coin. Meanwhile, Violet, as she heads over to the city hall to inquire about Giledas, the contract that was open, and acquired some information there about it. She met the Chamberlain, Cedric. She also met what was his name? Kane Tyleeson, and he's the general of the military. She sort of picked up a little bit of information that was quite unique, quite interesting, and so she's kind of holding that. She experienced and had a little bit of basically she gathered some information that was surprising, and she didn't know exactly what to do with it, but it's something that separates her, I feel, from the rest of the party members, because she went straight to business, and I like that she's a rogue. I like that she picked up this contract. So it was kind of interesting. I think that she's got this straight to business, and Nurmac is probably not so much interested in large cities or society, so to speak. He's more ritualistic in the way he lives and holds his lifestyle. Zephy, on the other hand, I'm already finding is a little bit more social, um, definitely likes to perform and sort of ask questions and look around and explore. So we've got a really neat sort of chemistry and a unique balance with this party so far. So after having gathered information and reuniting, rendezvousing at the Roaring Mountain, which was the large tavern owned by Owens Moore, you all decided to leave the city. And as you were leaving, you could sort of see how the city was built as this mound sort of led to the center of the capital, and this large wizard's college, this tower just shooting up into the sky. The weather was not the greatest, but it wasn't too cold, as we're sort of at the end of summer transitioning into fall, and you crossed the large sort of drawbridge of Neverwinter and left, and you are now finding yourself more in the open realm on the high road of the Sword Coast. As you left the city, there was a woman who was fairly distressed. It seemed that she was attacked or robbed or some manner. She lost all of her belongings, all of her livelihood on the road, and she begged you for anything that you could to spare. And I believe Nurmac gave her some food. I believe Zephy provided her with some coin, and Violet also hooked her up with some water skin. And all of you received a point of inspiration for that last session. I'm pretty sure Zephy spent his point of inspiration.
Yep,
I
Zephy
don't
spent
believe
it.
Violet spent hers.
I still have mine.
Yeah, and I believe Nurmac. No, I don't think he's spent his.
I'm the only one that did.
Yeah.
I,
Okay.
I forget what I spent it on though.
No worries.
Top damage
So
from me.
yeah. So that being said, as you guys were traveling along the high road, out of nowhere, and partly because of Nurmac's sort of lack of hygiene, this very large, mature brown bear lunged out from the bushes adjacent to the path, initiating a combat for the first time in our campaign. Easily fending it off. Nurmac will say was possibly a little bit under the influence, which didn't serve him well, but he has recuperated. Everything seems to be, all his ducks are in a row now, and you guys have all rested. You are actually taking your long rest right now, I should say, and I should state. So I want to know who's taking the first watch for this long rest.
I have a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Being trained in the herbalism by Jandar, what will my level my herbalism be? Apprentice, probably, or is it not novice?
Let me double check because I have a chart here. So give me 1 second. Okay. He's only 18 years old, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The hell, brother. Thank you for the tier 1 sub.
Wait, our brother did what now?
Oh, he gave a tier 1 subscription.
So he's watching your stream at the moment?
Oh yeah, I was like, what the hell?
What's this?
My brother,
What's that?
my brother gave a tier 1 subscription to my stream out of
What does
nowhere.
that mean?
Oh, he spent $5 to basically do a subscription where it keeps track of how long people have been a subscriber for Twitch. He also gets a emote for the tier 1.
I see. So she would be an apprentice level. So that's DC 12, and then you need 12 successes to reach adept level.
Alright. I will spell that to my ability. There we go. That will work.
Okay, excellent. So I want to know, out of the three of you, who's taking first watch. I know that Zephy sort of climbed up this tree and is sort of posted up there, and that's fine. And you can move your character token. I think that would be a little bit more appropriate.
Yep.
And I also, it's okay to take that first watch up there as well. The rest of you, and I know you guys have already eaten, which is great because Nurmac was able to successfully extract some healthy meat off of the bear, providing you all with some fresh meat over the fire. You guys have all eaten, which is great because that's going to add to your long rest. And we've already plugged that in, so you should all already be full attribute skills and health and all that stuff. So that's great. And then another thing I wanted to mention for Nurmac, and this was just something that I was noticing because I watched the stream, on your character sheet, when you go and click you sort of check off the box for rage damage, and we can go through all of that. It's important to keep track of your total score because you have above your rage on your descriptions, you have a little column that says total 3, rage 3. Be sure to tick that down to 2 once you use it, because what ends up happening is when you type in the long exclamation mark long dash rest, it actually sort of reimburses you with that, replenishes
It automatically gives it back too.
Yeah, and exactly. So it's nice having these scripts and these codes to type in, because when they do that, it just automatically does everything on your character sheet for you afterwards. So just keep track of that kind of stuff. Other than that, let's, as a group, you guys decide who's taking the first watch.
I figure I might as well take first watch since I'm in a tree.
Okay, any objections?
Nope.
No.
And who will be taking second?
Well, I don't know. I think my guy was like almost dead when he got to the campsite. So I don't know if that are we counting that in at all, or I guess what doesn't matter.
I
Okay,
would.
so-
I think
Yeah.
that's a great idea. Yeah, it keeps
I
things a
guess-
little bit more realistic and it's fun, right?
So I guess.
Rough watch. Just
Yeah,
hopefully nothing
I'll
comes
take
along during that
second
time.
watch then, so that way he can
Okay.
get more rest.
All right, I like that. So, taking first watch, Zephy, Nurmac, and Violet, you guys can describe how you take your rest, whether you're rolling out a blanket or maybe you've bundled up some foliage or you have a little tarp set up. Whatever you describe is how you are resting right now, and I think it's important for creating the scene and the setting.
As part of the rags that Nurmac wears as around his waist, there's like a flap in the back that he just kind of like pulls up around like his back and lays back on it, and just kind of stays there, bone, and just laying on the dirt, just on like a flap that's like pulls up from behind him.
Sweet. And Violet, what about yourself? What do you think she would be doing, and how do you think she would approach resting in the wilderness?
I guess she'll like go near one of the trees and sit under it.
Okay.
Doing
Yeah, I like that. Just sort of posted up by a tree, a
Mhm.
little bit away from the fire. Nurmac's nice and close. He's sort of a little more bare. Just really feeling the radiating warmth of the fire. And Zephy, you're sort of perched up in this tree. What would you be doing while you're taking your first watch?
Let's see. Well, I would try to make a potion up there in the tree, but that would be weird.
I don't know.
Absolutely. This is part downtime, and that's why we do this. So, if you're gonna go and make a potion, I would say that you have about 3 to 4 hours, so you might be able to make 2. And out of your ingredients, what would you attempt to concoct?
I'm actually going to go with the yellow leaf and try to make a stamina potion.
Okay, so with that, what we're going to do is, because you are proficient in it, we're going to add your proficiency bonus. So I need a d20 plus your proficiency bonus. DC 12.
Alright. D20 plus. What was my proficiency bonus?
Your proficiency bonus
2.
is a 2.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
One fail. Get rid of one of those yellow flowers.
Yep. I didn't know if Dex or anything would work with this.
No, it'll just be proficiency.
Alright. Well, I guess I'll go for one more. Plus 2. Dear God.
It's alright. Maybe up in a tree and at nighttime are not the most ideal conditions.
No.
As you're perhaps maybe a little more used to working in a shop with all of the proper tools close by, and just having like a sort of clean work site. So after spending several hours, Zephy, let's actually find out. Oh, okay. You grow a little bit tired. You start packing away your herbalism kit. A few hours have gone by, and you can really feel your eyes are strained from the darkness, and you're feeling a little bit cold and tired, and you're going to be waking up. Violet, we chose for the second watch.
Yes.
Okay. Zephy, how do you approach Violet?
Wait, what? I completely missed
Right.
something.
Yeah, it's all good. Zephy, how do you approach Violet to wake her up for her watch?
Oh, I just take my flute and I do a, like a little. Shoot. I do some type of musical note to wake her up. I can't remember what I was going to do it with. Oh no. I'm going to do
All
a musical note that sounds like her name. Just do it. Talk to the music.
right. So as you sort of approach her, maybe you sit right next
Oh,
to
I don't approach her. I do it from the tree. Play the musical note
from the
from there.
tree.
Yep.
Okay, so you might make like a bit of a whipping noise as you flare a note up, and Violet, you, I would say you wake up, and you take this as a sign that Zephy is calling the end of his watch, and he's prepared herself to fall asleep. So now that you're up, right now the conditions are fairly dark. The fire is still burning fairly healthy, and the night sky, it was cloudy. You can see that a lot of the clouds are rolling by, revealing some beautiful stars and above in the night sky. It's a bit cold. It's a bit windy. You can feel the wind rushing through the trees, but you can still feel the warmth of the fire fairly close by. So, what would you like to do during this time that is your watch?
I'll probably check my weapons to make sure they're still sharp, and after doing that, I'll pretty much like walk around the camp and make sure nothing's around.
Okay, I'd like to get. We'll say that it takes maybe about an hour as you take, you know, a really diligent effort to inspect your gear. So, I would like to get your choice between investigation or survival as you sort of patrol the surrounding area.
Investigation or survival?
Your choice, yes.
Oh. Uh,
Okay. Let's see.
I didn't think ahead of time and inspire her. I should have done that.
So, as you're taking this watch, the fire sort of crackles and pops. You can feel its warmth radiate as your body kind of responds with relief against the cold breeze of the forest. You can see that the sky is veiled with stars that fill the atmosphere above, and with color and sort of beautiful patterns that resemble great warriors of history through the constellations. And I'd like to get from you a history check, please, as well.
Oh wow.
Excellent. So, Violet, as you're sort of patrolling this area, you don't see anything out of the ordinary, and your attention seems to be drawn above into the sky. Nothing surprises you, nothing gives you any worry or concern, and so your attention being drawn up to the sky, the night sky, you recognize one of the constellations as a great warrior known as Dufresne, and it's a stout, brave-hearted dwarf legend. You will gain advantage on your next melee attack.
nice.
So if you want to just make a note of that.
I will.
Okay. So several hours have gone by, and you find yourself a little bit bored. Maybe you didn't get exactly the right amount of sleep yet, so you approach Nurmac, or at least however you describe to do so, to wake him up for his watch.
Oh boy, how to wake him up? Maybe
Step
throw
carefully.
maybe throw a pebble at him from a distance.
As the pebble, I kind of store up and I catch the pebble.
You know what? I would like to get a perception check from you, Nurmac.
Just curious, can I get a perception to see if I see it while I'm sleeping?
Oh my god, okay. Excellent. So, while seemingly asleep, this pebble is sort of whipped at you, and without even opening your eyes, you reach your hand up with an explosive reaction, and you catch, and this it's not a loud sort of thump, but like a light smack as it lands dead center of your palm, and you clasp this pebble. Your eyes open.
I'm gonna say it's your turn for watch.
I see. And then from there, I'm gonna walk over to a location where I kind of see where the wolf was killed, and I can still keep an eye on the camp.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I'm gonna have my spear in hand and just kind of sit there, try not to move, standing still.
Okay, excellent. So as you approach this area, something interesting is happening here, and I just want to make a note here outside a game that I have made an adjustment to your actual character for setting,
Okay.
token and all that. I've given you the ability to see in the dark. You don't naturally get that because you're human.
Okay.
The reason you get that is because your sickle is actually glowing with a sort of amberish light that provides you with the same amount of light as would be a regular torch. The blacksmith that had worked on it must have provided a slight enchantment to your weapon, giving it the ability to glow during any sort of, I wouldn't say any darkness, but just natural darkness. So
Okay.
that flame that surrounds the wagon on the symbol is the source of this light on your weapon. Even while it's sort of sheathed on you, it's still slightly glowing. So that's why your token has a little bit of an aura around it for you to see.
Okay.
As you're walking towards the location of the dead bear, the wind rushes through the shrubs and the trees. Your gaze is sort of drawn deep into the fire of this weapon, and you find yourself sort of drifting away into old memories. While that's happening, can I get a perception check from you, please?
Damn.
Fuck you and your rolls, buddy. All right. You, Nurmac, you hear whimpering. Immediately, you know you've been in the wild before. There's an injured creature in the distance, due north.
Without saying anything to the guys at the camp, I'm just gonna make my way over, trying to see if I can see what it is whimpering. Not get close, but just see, like, get a glimpse of it.
Describe yourself approaching. Are you trying to approach with caution and sort of sneak and quiet, or are you just
I'm
going?
keeping quiet. I'm trying to stay like very
You're not
silent.
stepping on any
Not just-
twigs. You're watching what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm trying
Okay.
to stay quiet. Just kind of
Give
float
me-
along the ground.
Give me a stealth check.
I hear him. I have a passive of 17. I wake up.
My passive's 12, so I don't hear anything.
I'm watching him now. I'm gonna still pretend like I'm sleeping, but I'm watching. Does that work?
Okay. So, as you approach Nurmac, as you approach these sounds of pain,
Does it sound like a big animal, or does it sound like something small?
no, it doesn't sound like a big animal.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm going to, yeah, I'm gonna move you a little bit closer here, and let me just check. You should be. Let me just double check something.
No. Did we kill the mama bear?
You approach the sounds of pain, and you see a juvenile brown bear, lost and alone. It seems frightened. What do you do, Nurmac?
Bear meat out, and I give it to him.
Did we kill the mama bear? And are you
Okay,
feeding?
can we get an animal? Are you doing that?
I'm gonna do it with the rations, not with the bear.
Okay. So Nurmac is cruel, but he's not so cruel, which is great. So can I get an animal handling check, please?
Oh no.
Okay.
All my bear.
As you approach with these rations, the bear, you can tell, is a little bit startled and it's sort of sidestepping. It doesn't know what to do. It's not hostile towards you, but it is not sure-footed and it's not um, comfortable. How do you react?
I literally lay down with the. I throw the meat in front, like the rations in front, and then I like lay down on my stomach looking at it.
As you throw, let's find out here. You throw the rations in front. Okay, it's very hesitant to approach the rations, as it sort of takes a few steps forward, but is almost pushed away by some sort of force. It approaches slowly, sniffing. It grabs the rations, takes a few steps back, and it begins to chow down as it seems very hungry. After doing so, it seems a little bit more intrigued, and you laying down, can I get an animal handling check with advantage this time? Just made it. So as you are laying down, the juvenile brown bear takes a few steps closer towards you, and it seems to be, its snout seems to be sniffing a little bit, knowing that it's where the source of these rations came from.
I'm gonna toss
How do you
another
react?
ration at it.
Okay, excellent. So be sure to dock all of this off your character sheet
Yeah.
as we're. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. So let's find out here. Nice. The brown bear accepts it a little bit with a little bit more or less tense now, a little bit more comfortable. The brown bear chows down a little bit more, and you laying down, it is now sniffing at you, and you can almost feel the tip of its nose very wet as it sort of sniffs around your arms and just overall your your vicinity.
I like reach up to try and like let it like scratch the back of its ear.
Okay. Let me get an animal handling check off you. Just normal.
You got this. No.
Funny part is, I have proficiency in animal
I will
handling.
say that as you reach out to the brown bear, the juvenile brown bear, it doesn't accept the contact, and it sort of steps off a few feet away from you.
Oh, I just turn around and walk away.
Okay, excellent. As you make your way back to camp, you can see that several hours have gone by, and what I'm going to do here
Uh,
is...
Wait, am I muted? Okay, no.
What's up?
Oh, I was saying, do I see the bear while I'm watching him?
I would say give me a perception check. Okay, 1 second. Oops.
Oh no, it's gone.
Okay, so you witnessed the interaction take place. It was maybe a little bit more difficult to make out exactly what was going on, but you could tell that there was a juvenile brown bear, and you could see Nurmac laying on his belly. You had a good vantage point from being high up in the tree. As Nurmac returns to the campsite, you're all awake. The sun is not visible, but its light is definitely shining up over the horizon. You can hear the crashing of waves in the distance to the south. Um, it's technically to the west, which on the map is to the south, and that is the Sword Coast, just the Great Sea there, and you can hear that the forest is beginning to rise and awaken with just the nature, the animals, and just the sounds of the forest. The birds are starting to wake up, so you can tell that there's now light in the immediate area. It's up to you guys if you want to put out your fire and however you would like to proceed. Your direction, according to your current quest for Giledas, is in this direction, which is technically south.
All right,
Being the
before.
last person to be on watch, getting back to the thing and notice that dawn is coming, the day is coming, I take out my whip and I start cracking it in the sky, saying, "Get up! It's time to move. The light is young."
You can
Okay.
hear the thunderous crack of this whip. What do you guys do?
Let's see. Like, where are you hitting your whip? You said in the air. Where in the air is your whip going?
Oh, that's right. You're in a
Just
tree.
around me, just within my vicinity.
I'm above you. That's why I was asking.
I'm not hitting anybody. I'm just cracking it around.
Okay.
It's the alarm clock, if you will.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going before I get out of the tree. I actually want to look around this tree to see if there's any potential ingredients in this tree.
Beautiful. Okay, I would say give me a survival check.
14.
Okay. Excellent. You find 3 blue flowers that seem to be covered in like morning dew. As you approach them, you're able to pick them off as they fall off with ease. No, just with all of your understanding and knowledge and practice of herbalism, and horticulture in general, you understand that these are perfect and ripe. So you just pick these out. They fall off with ease, and you know that it's the perfect time to harvest.
All right. I will
So 3
take
blue
out
flowers.
my little notepad that I usually mark locations on for resources, and I'll mark it on my notepad that this is here.
Excellent.
And it's going to be a common theme. She's already started this before.
Excellent. And are you guys planning on putting out the fire, proceeding on the path, breakfast? What is your plan?
I like to put out the fire.
Okay.
As she says that, I kind of just pull up my cock and I start pissing on the fire.
I don't see this because she's about to do something stupid. She.
Yeah, after having drunk a lot the previous night, you have enough urine to successfully douse the flames, and nothing but a very sort of smelly smoke arises from the fire pit.
I will say I covered my eyes very quickly.
And I don't notice because as he's walking over to the fire to do that, Zephy is going to do what the Assassin's Creed fall, except for she's going to land on her feet. Phew!
And what do you guys do at this point?
Oh, I'm surprised I didn't have to
Walking
do
down the road,
acrobatics.
I guess.
Let out a yawn.
Nice. A good yawn and walking down the road.
And boom, bump. Let's see. I'm as we're going down the road, I want to look that other direction to see if that bear is still over there.
Okay, give me a perception check.
22.
The bear is out of sight, long gone.
All right. And we're gonna continue on.
Okay,
I'm
excellent.
gonna be letting out a lot of yawns.
All right. As you guys continue down this direction here is south.
Mm-hmm.
As you're all sort of, it's morning. You can hear the birds and the sounds of the forest. It seems very tranquil, very healthy. And I'd like to know the marching order. So I'd like to know who's first, who's middle, who's last, or if you're all sort of walking in unison.
I don't know. I'd say we're kind of like a triangle group cluster.
A triangle group cluster.
We're taking up the path. We're taking up the path.
Okay. So then I want everybody to give me a perception check, please.
Oh.
I natty 1. She's too busy
Okay.
practicing her flute.
It's kind of nice with this triangle formation here. So having Zephy in the back, sort of maybe just looking around at the shrubs, trying to intently focus on acquiring more herbs. Violet and Nurmac ahead of you, just by the tree line. You see a deer sort of with its grazing in the grass, just eating, and it sort of pops its head up as it also hears you all coming down the path. What do you do?
Can I take out my bow and try
Can.
to shoot it?
You can give me an attack.
Wait, are you both doing that?
Nope, I'm not.
Okay, Violet, as you pull out your short bow, you load in an arrow, you draw back, and you let it loose. It falls just short and startles the deer as it takes off into the woods.
Oh well.
I just missed that entire thing because I wasn't paying attention.
At least I have 15 rations.
I'm actually going to actively look for resources. It doesn't only have to be for potions. It could be other type stuff as well.
Absolutely. Give me survival check.
A 10.
Okay, you managed to find some moss on a very large rock. You gather the moss, you're able to squeeze it out, and all the morning dew, you've acquired a water skin's worth of fresh water.
Yeah, I probably would have drank what I had earlier, so that makes sense. And now I know the direction of north.
So do we see anything in front of us?
Actually, you don't see anything, but you smell something. I would like as you guys are moving down the path, I would say you guys could make it to about here, where then you smell something in the air. And I would like to get perception checks from everyone, please.
I'll be more alert.
I'm not.
Okay, so maybe Violet doesn't have the best sense of smell. Maybe she can't shake off the sort of urine-y smoke from the flames earlier.
No.
But Nurmac and Zephy, you pick it up instantly. It's a very strong, sort of metallic smell. Nurmac and Zephy, you recognize it immediately. It's a very strong smell of blood. You can tell that it's coming from this direction.
Now, would I know if it's human blood or animal blood? Can I
With a
smell it to see
19,
if I can figure that out?
yeah. Let me see here. Give me. You know what? I think with a 19, both you and Zephy. Let me actually double check something.
My guy's kind of a connoisseur of blood.
Yeah.
He lives blood.
Yeah. He does.
So you guys both can distinguish that there is both humanoid blood as well as animal blood.
All right. I believe a battle happened down in those trees there. You can smell different types of blood that way.
Perhaps Violet should go check to see if there's any useful supplies over there.
Well, there might be someone still alive.
Yeah, I can like stealth to go over there quietly and stealth if I need to.
Okay, yeah, you can approach right here, Violet, and then you can give me a stealth check.
Before she does, I'm going to say, "Hey, you got this. You know what you're doing." And I will use my bardic inspiration to give her a d6 for her next ability check or whatever else she wants to use it for.
Okay.
Because we established it was a d6 earlier.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and I would say, Zephy, you should be the one rolling the d6.
Oh boy. Roll d6. A 2.
So that's a 14 on her stealth. And Violet, as you cautiously proceed, watching your step not to snap any twigs or rustle any loose leaves on the ground and any debris, you can see that there's a bit of a clearing through the tree line up ahead. And you notice that there's a slight dirt path. Not one that's been man-made, but one that's been created through extensive traffic, if you will. And there's a bit of a pit or an open area where you can see bodies, just skeletons lying, and a fresh pool of blood, as well as a corpse that looks a little bit more fresh, with its head missing.
Oh boy.
I would like a perception check from you, please. You notice that the earth and the ground sort of elevate with small little cliffs and drops here and there, as the ground and the surrounding area sort of graduates and has steps here and there. And you notice that there is a cave within
I
this
kinda
minor
figured.
sort of cliffside.
Hmm. So I would assume that this body might be one of the messengers, maybe.
Yep. It's fair. Well, at least from what you understand, that would be a good guess for sure.
I guess I'll see if they have any like messages on them or anything like that.
So you'd like to approach?
Um. I want to think about this carefully because I don't know if whoever did this is still around or not, considering the body's fresh.
Now, while she's doing that, I'm gonna walk down the path 25 feet.
And I'll be with him.
So I guess I'll carefully investigate the body.
Okay, so you'd like to proceed? Let's
Yeah.
see here.
Oh boy.
Oh, that is violent. Holy.
Quite the scene you got there.
Oh, yeah.
just off to the side, even though you're not quite on this map yet. And Violet, you are approaching to investigate the body. Give me an investigation check, please. Okay, excellent. You see a couple of things. You notice that this body does have, there are a bunch of papers and items sort of scattered across the floor. You see that one of the papers is indeed a message reading Giledas, urgent, and just stating everything that you already know, that the small farm village is under attack, that they need help from the capital. But you also notice that there is a small portrait of a family, a
Oh,
mother, a father, and a son. And immediately you recognize the woman, and it is the woman that asked you for anything to spare at the front gates of the capital city. Um, I'd like to get a perception check from you, Violet.
that broke my heart hearing that.
Oh.
Okay. In an instant, you are surprised as you hear um, sort of dragging of bones and a large grunt echo through the cave, and it seems to almost hit your inner ear instantly. You are a little bit startled, but you're not shocked.
With that, I'll probably like back away to go get the others. Cause whoever's in that cave,
Yeah.
whoever that cave, I don't want to go after that, check that out alone.
Give me a stealth check if you're approaching or leaving with caution.
Yes.
Easily enough, masterfully, you pick your spots as you're stepping in footprints in solid ground that have already been depressed in the earth. You manage to make it to the tree line where you see your party members a little bit more down the path.
So I'll go up to him and pretty much explain how there's a fresh body over there is with a messenger from the village, and
If
that
he
there's
says
some,
fresh body, I turn and start walking towards the way.
and that there's something in the cave that
door's open.
whoever killed him's in the cave, dragging bones.
Okay, excellent.
Does Ner-
Zephy, how do you react?
um, I say good job. We definitely need to know about that. Let's follow. Let's follow him discreetly. 'Cause I don't think he likes it when we interfere with his fights.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be cautious following.
And are you guys approaching this, now that you're all on this map, how are you guys approaching this area?
I'm
Oh.
walking just right up to where the blood guy is. The head
He's
chapter,
going.
just staring at
He
the body,
he's just
nothing.
going in. I am going to stay right here in the tree. Well, not in the tree, but by the tree and just
I'll
wait there.
probably be
I'm-
somewhere
Okay.
around this tree.
I will
As
stealth
you're
if I
sort of
can.
As you're hovering over this body, Nurmac, you can hear very deep grunts and growls echoing from this cave.
I pull up my whip and I start snapping it in front of the cave, shouting into it.
Oh, boy.
All right, let's see here.
Oh boy.
Oh God.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not. Oh Lord.
There's a pack of bears. There were 15 of them. We're screwed.
Well, no. Correction. You're screwed. I'm back here.
I'm in the tree here. Under it, at least.
And so, Nurmac, you're right in front of the cave opening?
I'm right where the body is. I'm like right there. I'm where the body.
Okay, and you're snapping the whip, almost directing the sound into the cave opening. As you do so, you hear, and I would say you hear and feel in your belly, in your chest, a vibration, a heavy thump. And another one.
I start running back towards, like, trying to get on top of this cliff if I could.
The pace doesn't quicken. However, it is sort of consecutive. Once more.
So I'm gonna keep making my way around. As I hear this, I want to try and run as far as I could around this edge to get like above it.
Okay, there is a form beginning to take shape in the shadow of the opening of the cave.
All right.
You
so I'm
see
gonna
a
say about it.
large hand reach out and grip the side, following with another one reaching out and grabbing the other side of the opening of the cave.
Was one of the hands grab the side of the opening that I'm on? I jump out with my whip, trying to grab a branch from the tree here,
Yeah.
and swing at him with my swing at the hand to like connect with like right at the wrist on the hand where it's on the wall.
Your
My
sickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like your style. You're coming in Tarzan style.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check. All right, excellent. As you whip your whip, it latches onto a sturdy branch. You swing successfully. Give me a weapon attack.
Oh boy.
Okay, 1 second.
Oh
I was
shit.
thinking Cyclops or something like that.
All right, and let's see here. You're 8. Okay, so as you come swinging in, the branch breaks slightly, changing your trajectory, and you miss with your sickle. And as you do, you narrowly sort of slice over the top of this creature's head as it just simultaneously pops its head out and stands up, slicing a bit of its hair off. And you can see it sort of whispering in the air, just sort of falling. Chunks of hair loosely fall, and he lets out this large growl.
Why do you always cause
Am I
people
able-
to lose hair?
Fall on top of him, or am I swung right across, or can I like are falling below him, or where do I
If
end
you
up?
let go of your whip, you can either try to land on him or land close by. Other than that, I'd say that the branch is still holding on and that you would swing back like a pendulum.
Oh, okay. All right. So okay. So yeah, then I guess as I miss, I just kind of swing back to where I was, and then brace. I guess.
Yeah, and I would say that maybe with a slight flick of the wrist and a tug, you loosen your whip. Maybe even with another flick, it sort of coils up quickly. You can holster it on your side, and you're now in the same position as you once were. And at this point, I'd like to get everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Woo! Yes, I got a 16. Fuck.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
it.
Nice.
And all it takes to get a nat 20 on.
Something I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw this online, and I wanted to add this to the game. If you roll a nat 20 on initiative, you get a round of combat before combat even starts.
That's pretty good.
So let me just get my initiative order open and adjusted. So we have Violet starting our initiative order. What do you do?
I'm gonna pull out my bow. And I'm gonna shoot at the cycle. Well, I probably should try to hide first, then shoot. So probably try to hide somewhere around a tree with my cunning action.
There's bushes and trees nearby that you can sort of
Yeah,
place your
so-
back tied up against. And
Yeah.
as you sort of take a knee and make your attack with your bow, I'm assuming,
Mhm.
you can go ahead and give me a weapon attack.
Another natty.
Oh my fucking god.
Wait.
Do I do a self check for hiding?
Well, so she can get the sneak attack.
Well, I would say Give me a stealth, yep, for hiding, and then we can give you a sneak. Stealth versus passive. Where are you?
I'm right over here.
No, 8. Okay, so you successfully hid?
So sneak damage now.
Absolutely. 2d6. Oh, you got it?
Mhm.
Beautiful. Okay.
Would
So
the
that's
would the crit double
8
the
plus 9,
damage?
17. On sneak?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. So we can do 18 plus 8, 24? No, it's 26, I believe. What do you have here? 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 18. 26. Holy fuck.
I'm doing it again. I'm not even a fighter. I'm a rogue.
Since that was the natty on initiative, I'm gonna get you to start our actual combat now, Violet. So you can go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot my short bow again, and I'm already
You
hiding.
get
So I
another
have...
nat. I'm shutting this down.
You have to, if after you shoot.
Thank God.
Can I use a point of inspiration to?
Yes, you can reroll with advantage. The 16 hits.
And then my sneak.
And your sneak.
We're
Fuck off.
grounded.
Oh my god. Okay, 19 points of damage. Okay, so sort of nestled into the foliage and the bushes and the shrubs, you let loose an arrow. It hisses through the air. It nails the Cyclops right in the eye. He's bleeding profusely. He lets out a large grunt, and without hesitation, you load up another arrow. But just before you take this shot, you let loose an exhale and take aim, and you fire once more. It hits him just short of your initial target and lands right in the neck. Stuck and skewered him. He takes several points of damage, and he's now enraged and bleeding profusely as the blood sort of pools and drips down his chest. Now this creature is standing at about 15 feet, 18 feet tall. It's enraged. And Violet, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No, because I already used my bonus action to hide with my cunning action, so this will be my end turn.
Okay, so next up we have the Cyclops. It goes straight for you, Nurmac. Not knowing where these arrows came from and enraged.
Oh no.
That hits.
And your AC is
15.
15?
Hold up. I will actually cutting words. He's within 60 feet of me, I believe. Oh, cutting words, the 15, and I will say, you really think that you're actually good with that club? And then roll a d6. So that 15 turns into a 13.
Alright, so I got hit once.
Yeah, just once.
Okay, and with that one hit, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. I don't know why that. Are these whispered or can you see them?
No, we can see it.
Okay, thank God, because I don't like when it's whispered. Alright. So you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Alright, let's see here. Next up we have Zephy.
Alright, seeing that he just took a heavy hit with that club, and that his eyeball is currently got an arrow in it, I am going to run out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm going to yell at the Cyclops to distract it to where it's
Okay.
not that way he potentially can get a good hit in from behind. And I'm going to let's see. I am going to bring out my flute and play this battle music we're listening to. Just like blaring at it in his ear from over here, loud as I can. And then for my bonus action, while that is going, I will use a healing word of a 1 on Necrom. Nurmac, I mean. I said you're. I could.
Word. So Nurmac takes 6 points of health restored. And when you were playing that song for your standard action, that was Dissonant Whispers?
No, I'm legitimately trying to get his attention to where it's not paying attention to him, so he can hit it in the back. Because it's
a performance check.
21.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, dude, you guys. I love you guys. Alright. Fuck, man! I spent all fucking weekend flipping this shit for nothing, man. Fuck me.
Hey, I'm just.
I have to prep way more just in case. Alright, so, is that EOT for you, Zephy?
Oh, that's EOT. I'm making sure it's not even going to be able to focus on nothing else.
Nurmac, you're up.
Well, from where I am, if I'm close enough, I want to try and use my whip to wrap around its neck and then leap onto its back and attack with my sickle.
Give me athletics check. Okay, Nurmac, you grab your whip holstered on your hip. You crack it open. You reel back. You, with a flick of the wrist, manage to send it across with incredible speed and accuracy. It wraps tightly around the neck. You give it a tug, and it's firm. You jump. You swing as your body, like a pendulum, sort of generates this momentum. You successfully land right on its back, grabbing a nice chunk of its hair that you had cropped earlier. You have a handful of its hair, and you have sort of loosened the grip of your whip and switched it over to your sickle. You make an attack, and you drive it. As the sickle has this wicked curve to it, you drive it straight into the bottom of its neck, where its collarbone is, dealing 8 points of slashing damage as you sort of open this huge gash in the creature. 8 points of slashing. Oh, come on. There we go. And that was your standard. Anything else for you, Nurmac?
I just grab the whip still and just hold that and tugging on it tight as I can to keep it lashed around his neck and standing on his back.
Excellent. Next up we have Violet.
I'm gonna shoot at it again with my short bow.
Alright. Pardon me? Yeah, don't hit him. Yeah, perched against the foliage, you step out and you draw back an arrow and you let it loose. Give me an attack. Okay. Launching an arrow, it sort of arcs and it sort of dives down, landing right into the chest as Nurmac seems to be tugging on this Cyclops' neck. It takes a few steps and to the right and again to the left, almost turning the body around to face you as the arrow's in mid-air, and it lands straight into the center of its chest, and you hear a large growl.
So I guess I'm not hidden anymore.
Damage. Pardon me?
So I guess I'm not hidden anymore.
And anything else for you, Violet?
So I'm not hidden anymore.
Actually, you should give me. I need sneak on that because
We're still
Nurmac is within 5 feet of the enemy.
Oof.
Okay.
At least it's still a 6.
Yeah. Anything else for you, Violet?
I don't think there's much else I can do at the moment.
All right.
I forgot I had a help action I can do.
All right. So let's see. The Cyclops is up, grabbing a large rock from near the opening of the cave. He picks it up, raises his arms, and he hurls it several feet, and aiming at Zephy. Let me adjust the Cyclops. More than 30. So let's double check. Ooh, disadvantage. Does a 14 hit you, Zephy?
can't hear you.
Oh, I was muted. I'm like, oh shit. Alright, cutting words. I'll go ahead and dock that one from earlier. No, I already did that. I'm gonna do it. Well, I have one left. I'm gonna say, you don't know how to throw boulders. You're too weak. And then I need to roll d6. Yes!
11.
I have a 12 AC.
Oh my
As
god.
I say
Okay.
that, I want to like. She's gonna do a spin and like she's dancing away while still playing the music afterwards.
Beauty. So as the Cyclops picks up this massive rock, hurls the air as it's hurling towards you mid-air. You sort of taunt the creature, and you're playing your instrument simultaneously. And as the rock approaches you and closes the gap between you, you take a sort of sidestep with a sort of elegant sort of movement, like a dancer, and softly spin yourself around, just dodging the rock as it plants itself into the earth, gouging into the grass and to the mud, and sort of skips and rolls. Let me see here.
Is he frustrated?
Let's see. Next up, we have Zephy.
But I hope he's frustrated. He got shot in the eyeball.
Oh boy, I just realized what I can do.
Oh no.
Nurmac, I don't know what's gonna happen to you after this. I am going to use a Dissonant Whispers at level 1.
God, he's gonna run into the cave with me alone.
Yes, possibly.
Or run somewhere in this area.
I guess I better go ahead and do that.
Okay, wisdom save. DC 14.
It turns into a screeching noise coming out of my flute now. Instead of it's like just goes straight into his mind and just like scrambling the inside of it.
Nice. As you play this really high-pitched tune on your instrument, it sends a screeching, terrible pain into the Cyclops' eardrum, deep within his hearing canal, and as he's also going to take... Did you already roll it?
10
10
damage.
points?
Yep. And now
Psychic damage?
he has his easy reaction to run away from me. And the only way he can run is either in the cave or climb over the side. Or climb up.
I'm going to say he definitely flees into the cave.
Still riding its back?
You are still currently on its back.
Alright.
Oh boy.
Let me see here.
Oh no.
Oh, after Zephy, is that EOT for you?
That's gonna be EOT.
Okay, excellent. And now Nurmac, you're up. So give me a second here. 1 second. I'm gonna just move you guys over.
Oh no.
hide in here.
I just thought about it. Can I chase after it as with my movement while it's running in for this reaction?
Let me just see here. 1 second. Gonna
Yep.
be placing you out of the cave. Violet out of the cave. And Nurmac on its back. Okay, so Nurmac, it's your turn. So yeah, no, Zephy, before EOT, you gotta call that.
Yeah, I didn't think about it. I
Yeah,
forgot about movement. I
No problem. Nurmac, you're up.
All right. So still riding on its back. As it's running, I kind of try and scramble around to get like on the shoulder. I release my weapon, try and whip it around the arrow that's stuck in his eye, and then I use that as like a pendulum to like swing down, and I pull out my sickle and I drag it across the stomach as I swing down his like across his center.
You give me an athletics check. Okay, you seem to be a master of your craft and fighting style. You loosen the grip of the whip around its neck and you pull back, drawing it for a very precise whipping motion as it latches around the arrow. You slide down its chest, the arrow still intact, and you slice down its chest with your sickle. Give me a weapon attack.
Ooh.
Holy. Dealing 6 points of slashing damage.
I want to use my thing. I want to roll for damage.
For inspiration?
It's
Yeah.
just a barb skill. I could once per.
Savage attack?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once per turn when you reroll, and you can decide to use either total. Reroll for damage. 7. So we'll take the 7. Excellent. Yeah, Savage Attacker is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. And
then-
anything else in your turn?
As like I do that, I kind of roll off his body and I fall and I'm gonna try and get away from him as far as I can.
Okay. As you do so, he's going to use his reaction.
He used his reaction.
Did he use his reaction?
I forced him to use his reaction to flee.
You did, you bastard.
So he just did that circle
And he went
pendulum
off his
swing
back.
and slashed his stomach and then leaves off of him and runs. Oh.
Nurmac, as you take these fairly large steps, the stairs in this case in this cave are sort of naturally formed. So each ledge is fairly large. They're not like normal crafted built stairs. So you're sort of jumping and lunging onto each platform, descending in closer towards the opening, and you can see pools of blood. I would like to get a dexterity saving throw from you, please. Excellent. You slip a little bit on the blood, but you use it to your advantage, and you almost surf down a few of these steps as you approach the opening of the cave. Is there your standard? Did you use your bonus, or is there anything else left for you on your turn?
No, that's all I gotta do.
EOT for you?
I just snap my whip in front of me as my turn ends.
Nice. Beautiful. Violet, you're up. You've just seen this large Cyclops run into the cave with Nurmac on its back.
I won't be able to do much if I move inside the cave. Because even if I'm right in a 30 spot, I don't think I'll be able to attack from right there.
How far away were we from the cave before you switched maps?
I think you guys need to.
You guys were both about 20 feet or so.
Yeah, I won't be able to do much if we go into the cave.
You can hold your action after getting up there.
Oh, yeah. So pretty much I'll get up here and hold action, pretty much.
Okay. Under what specific circumstance?
Well, considering where I'm at, I won't really be able to use my short bow very well, so I'll probably pull out my sword.
Okay, and then upon seeing the creature within distance, you'll attack it with your sword?
Yeah, once the Cyclops gets close enough, I'll attack with my sword, which I have advantage on melee attacks.
Yes. Okay. So you're holding action, and the Cyclops is next. Okay. Now within its lair and shaking off the fear from the screeching and horrible high-pitched sound of the melody that was playing, he regains his focus. He's going to charge at you, Nurmac, as you're sort of sliding away from from him and through the opening towards the opening of the cave. He reaches out with his great club and strikes at you.
Oh boy. Any
Does the
attack?
14 hit you? He gets 2. No, 1 was the wisdom save. Does 14 hit you?
No, I got 15.
Oh,
Does
so
does Violet still attack him?
if she has moved in to the cave, she's holding, so she will get an attack.
So
Give me a
roll
second.
attack.
25 plus 15.
25 plus 15.
40 damage.
40 damage.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, striking fiercely with his great club, he smashes Nurmac to the floor as he's laying there unconscious. Violet, give me a weapon attack with your sword. You take a lunge and you slice with your weapon. However, it just narrowly misses the body, the leg of this Cyclops, and you sort of slice through its rags that are covering its lower sort of privates, and you manage to hit nothing but just a bit of its rags.
Okay.
Next up, we have Zephy.
So, hell, from here I would only have 5 feet to get back here. Shoot. I'm going to go ahead and Dissonant Whispers again for 11.
And let's see.
It'll take half. It passed.
All right. Your melody sort of echoing through the cave. He seems to be a little bit more adapted to the harsh screeching sound and high-pitched note. He only takes a little bit of damage as he sort of shakes off the sound. Anything else for you, Zephy?
That'll be it, because I can't get any... No, I go with 5 feet left. Yep, I'll go there.
All right, Nurmac, you're up. Death saving throw. Success. You have 1 success.
Need 3 to get up.
3 to get up, or if someone gets you up.
I just whimper.
Nice. Violet, you are up.
Could I use my bonus action or something to give Nurmac a health potion?
You can.
Yes, I'll move over here and give him a health potion.
Okay.
What do I roll for the health potions?
For health potions on my games, I like to keep them standard. And if it's just a regular potion of healing, it'll be 2d4 plus 2, so that's actually 10 points of health automatically restored to Nurmac.
Okay. And then I'll go to attack the Cyclops with my short sword.
Excellent. Drawing your short sword, stepping forward, you draw your weapon and slice. Give me an attack. Okay, seeing you coming, your attack is anticipated. The Cyclops moves a little bit more agilely than you anticipate and steps to the side as your short sword hits nothing but air and maybe clangs against the rock wall that is the side. Are
Yeah.
you gonna do anything else?
I already used my bonus action, so there's not really much else I can do at the moment. So.
Okay. Holding your ground. Okay, the Cyclops is up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to strike at you, Violet, with its great club.
I have a 13 armor class.
Perfect.
So
I will use my last reaction for Bardic Inspiration of Cutting Words. And I'll attempt to speak Cyclops, but I don't know how to speak Cyclops. It's gonna be like, and just say it, trying to tell it that his club is got a crack in it.
Thing is, I only have 24 HP.
So the 13 will go down by d6 if I can type it correctly. It goes down to a 10.
okay, so the first strike, you catch it off guard as you sort of bellow your voice through the sort of opening and of the cave, and it echoes through and bounces off the walls, and it sort of disorients the Cyclops as it misses. It strikes the ground next to Violet, but it quickly turns with its great club, smashing her into the side of the wall with a 28, dealing
God.
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
That left me with 9 HP.
And next up we have Zephy.
All right. Well, this is going well. I will. Whew, boy. Where's shoot. I'm gonna go for one more Dissonant Whispers at level 1. Put more oomph
Okay.
into this.
Wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
Failed. 15 points.
And as I'm
of
doing that,
damage.
I'm gonna be moving in, like just getting closer and getting up to him, and just like straight up blowing it towards his eardrum.
As he howls in pain and in disorientation, he turns around and is forced to flee, giving Violet an attack of opportunity. And as it flees with a little bit more haste than you anticipated, your short sword strikes the ground just behind, short of its heel, as it turns around and fled.
I was better with the bow.
Next up, we have Nurmac.
I'm going to just run straight up towards it and then throw my javelin.
As you run and pick up momentum, you hurl your javelin. It spirals through the air and lands with precision, dealing 5 points of piercing damage. Alright, anything else for you, Nurmac? Alright, Violet, you're up.
Can I still see him where I can use my short bow? Because I'm thinking about doing something.
You can see him. There's a slight fire in the cave, lighting up the area, and the graduating change in elevation is not so much that you can't see him.
So for my bonus action, I want to use steady aim to give myself advantage on my next attack roll.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shoot at him with my short bow.
Okay, go ahead. Your 19 hits. You get sneak attack because you have advantage. 15 points of damage. So as you sheath your short sword, you pull out your short bow, you load up an arrow, and you take a knee and you launch this with precision as it sort of whistles through the air, landing right in the cap of the Cyclops as it's sort of turning around and fleeing, and you can see that it sort of trips a little bit and loses a little bit of its footing. It doesn't completely fall, but you can see that the creature is badly hurt.
I'm definitely better with a bow. And that'll be the end of my turn since I used my bonus action and standard action.
Okay, Cyclops is up. I believe that is a fail as well, so
No,
it's going to
it
continue.
only lasts one round. I thought.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Dissonant Whispers only lasts one round.
Regaining its composure, he's going to turn around, and as he charges towards you, Nurmac, he simultaneously swings his great club, once coming down from your left side, and then that one, I believe. What's your AC? 15?
15, yeah.
So the first one you're able to duck, and you sort of stand up like, ha-ha, and then boom, smacking you from the right, hits you, dealing 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Down.
Oh no.
Next up we have Zephy.
Alright, Zephy is coming in. I'm going to use a healing word, level 2, for 9. Whoops, wrong way.
9 points of health restored to Nurmac.
Alright, and I'm going to
Hear
go.
this enchanting melody restore your health and vitality.
I'm going to go up to it, look straight into his face, and I know it has a weak mind, so I'm going to go up into it and vicious mockery it, and I'm going to say, for such a large creature, you have a really weak defensive of the mind. I fuck it, that line so bad.
Not bad. Post vicious mockery in the chat.
Oh, it's just a D4 psychic damage if it fails, and it has disadvantage on the next attack roll if it fails.
All right, wisdom saving throw.
It fails.
And it's going to take 1 point of psychic damage.
Yep. At this point, I'm going to attempt to, like, not something like action wise. I'm going to be intimidating with this.
With vicious mockery.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make her roleplay as intimidating for this point, since it's run away so many times. I'm going to say, after that, I'll be like, you can't take me.
Alright, you can give me an intimidation check.
25.
It also takes 1d4. You have to roll that still.
Already did. He only took 4. I mean, not 4, he took 1. Alright. That was just for flavor.
I would say, as you stand there and insult and sort of hold your ground with a firm posture, the Cyclops will sort of, almost as if an elephant seeing a mouse, will lift its one leg up and its knee high to his chest, and his arms reach into towards his chin, and he certainly, I would say that he successfully intimidated him, but I don't think he'll run. I think that he'll just sort of react.
I don't expect him to run. I expect him to react.
Yeah.
He's more confused than anything else. Why is this small thing so intimidating?
So next up we have Nurmac.
I just go right at him and go to try and I take out the spear and I throw a spear, trying to get him separated right in his chest, right where his I recently split him open. I want to try and throw a spear right into there.
Beautiful. Give me an attack. That lands, dealing 6 points. Oh, 9. Yeah,
damage.
savage attack. Beauty. It lands clean in hitting its target, and you can see that the creature is sort of down on one knee and barely able to grip its great club.
I'm gonna try and jump at it and push it. I want
Okay,
full
with a
body assault to
bonus?
push it.
Yeah, you can do so. Give me that with advantage.
Strength check.
Strength check with advantage. Yep, you got it. Okay, as you hurl your body at the Cyclops, you bounce off of it and land firmly on your feet, but you almost slide back, kicking up a little bit of dust from the sort of gravelly floor of this cave.
Alright.
A very large creature, very tough to take down, but not quite enough to knock it over.
Yeah. So
Is
that's it.
is his eyeball low enough for it to be face to face with me now?
Not quite face to face, because at 18 feet, even if it's crouched down, it's probably still standing at about 9 feet tall. Maybe even 10, where the eyeball would be.
Okay. All right, I'm
But,
still gonna be
Violet, you
eye
are
contact on it.
I'm gonna use steady aim again for advantage on this turn.
Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot the short bow. And then I
That
also get to sneak.
15 lands. With
And
the
I get to
sneak, you do get.
Damn!
Oh my lord.
Go.
That sneak is deadly, man.
Friggin'
So, Violet, as you take a, you can sort of see your line of sight from the end of your arrow to the tip, and you can see your focus sharpens right on your target. You let loose this arrow, and it strikes with incredible speed. Doesn't lose any elevation, almost like a bullet, just landing straight in the eye of this Cyclops, and with such speed, it plunges right through the softness of the eyeball and shoots right out the back of its head, sticking the arrow right into the rock wall of this cave. The Cyclops' eye just closes, and it falls completely backwards as the momentum of your arrow gave it enough thrust that it sort of tips back further and further and crashes into the ground with a large rumble echoing through the cave.
All right.
Nice.
As the dust sort of settles, you guys have defeated the Cyclops.
All right. As it falls to his death after that intimidation thing, I'm going to look to Nurmac and be like, "It was too weak-minded. I scared it to death."
I will be right back.
Did you not see the arrow? Did you not see the arrow?
Oh Lord, what did you think he would say to that?
Nothing. I just kind of grunt at you.
Dude, there was so many close calls in this fight.
Yeah.
I'm so much better. This character's so much better with a bow than a sword.
You've done more damage, I think, in sneak than any of us else combined.
I've been trying to negate damage, like basically,
Yeah.
like you would have been 100% killed if I didn't negate a couple of those.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty much you're negating damage or giving damage.
That
This thing literally could kill me in one shot, even on full life. So kind of somebody had to be the martyr.
well, you wasn't a mark. Well, why didn't you rage? By the way,
I guess I could have.
that would have negated half the damage. It wasn't worthy enough of an enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would have worked.
You just figured it wasn't worthy of your rage.
I didn't think so. No, I thought this was gonna die pretty fast, especially at the beginning when we blinded it, arrowed it, criticaled it, sent it running away. I'm like, this is
Shoot,
dead.
I can't believe I dodged the boulder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
That definitely done more damage to sneak.
dude, I spent everything except for one level 2 spell slot.
How many times did I roll 11 and sneak? I saw 2 so far.
I saw at least 3.
Yeesh,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
3. Yeah, 3. And then the nat 20s. That was funny.
All right, guys, I'm back.
So,
So
yeah,
let's see here.
you about killed one of us there. I had to blow
But I
everything.
will say that the Cyclops is a tough opponent. That wasn't, very
Did
easy.
40
That was
damage.
dude, that was a
Oh,
challenge
on top.
rating 6, man.
No, if
And
I
you guys are level 3.
if
And you're only
I
3 people, too.
well, here's the thing. I cutting words too. So quite a couple of those attacks that would have definitely made it a lot harder. He could have if I didn't cutting words for Nurmac that first time, he would have went down the very first go. He forgot he could rage in this
I
fight.
mean, well, yeah, rage is important for barbarians for defense, for sure. But
Yeah.
because of resistance. But and plus, like, you have 3 of them per session, you might as well use them, right? But yeah, this is a challenge rating 6, and you're the only one really tanking this thing, anyways. And the only one that really could, I think. And we're a short guy too. I mean, imagine another fucking barbarian.
Dude.
But yeah, so
Oh
let's
shit.
continue here, guys. So in within this cave,
I'm gonna
you guys can
retrieve the
see.
javelins.
Yeah.
I threw
Pardon
two,
me?
'cause I only have 4 javelins. So I'm picking
Thank
back
you.
up the javelins that I.
Good
True,
player. That's some good playing there, Nurmac. You got to stay consistent on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I was just
Absolutely. And
thinking
then-
about trying to grab some arrows.
Yeah, for you, Violet, it's basically I think you've been keeping track for your arrows. I
Yes.
can do that. So what I will get you to do is roll a D. Well, how many attacks did we make here? Why don't we just round it up and say a D10? So give me a D10 and let's see how many that you are able to scavenge and salvage, I should say. 6. Excellent. So, guys, as you, what do you guys want to do here? Because you've got this body of this Cyclops laying there, and then you have these corpses of wolves that were killed. They're still fresh. A lot of the meat is missing. Pelts are somewhat destroyed, but you could probably, salvage a little bit from them. There is sort of a bedding area of just like straw and hay in this area. There are some crates and over here on the side of the cave, and there's a deep sort of chasm here, just this deep, dark cave within the cave.
Out of character, is Violet, are you proficient with survival?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna go up to you and be like, hey, can you help me extract the Cyclops' eyeball?
I don't know if there's much of eyeball left, but okay.
Alright.
We're extracting an eyeball.
Yep, she's assisting me with it.
Okay. I would say that it is fairly damaged, and you're not able to successfully salvage the eyeball as it was damaged during the fight.
Oh, I'm just trying to get it for proof that we killed the Cyclops. That's all I was trying to get it for.
You would be able to pull out just a goopy mess.
Damn.
And we take the heart, and I'm gonna dig into it with my sickle, carve the heart out.
Nice. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Damn.
I want that heart.
Okay. You pull out your sickle. It's fairly sharp. You're able to sort of carve around, basically the gash that you had previously left in this creature opened up its rib cage, and so cutting around the lungs and carving around the esophagus and the diaphragm, just sort of splitting open, you grab its heart and you can feel a last few pulses as it's in your hand.
Alright, I just hold it out to Zephy.
Okay. Is there a bag around here we can put this in? Or how big is this heart?
The heart's fairly big. I would say it's probably the size of Nurmac's head. Nurmac's got a pretty big head.
Dear
Full of
Lord.
drinking.
I mean, my character has a backpack, so.
Don't you have a cauldron? Don't you have like a
I have an iron pot, yes.
iron pot? You stick it in the iron pot.
100%. It would fit
Okay.
in the iron pot.
I guess we'll put it in the iron pot then.
And
All right, so I will leave it with Violet's character sheet. I think that's pretty appropriate.
yep, we're going to be using that as proof that we killed with the creature that's been killing the messengers.
Do I just add Cyclops heart to my inventory?
Yeah.
Well, let me get an investigation check from you, Zephy.
Alright. Investigation. Ha! 22.
Okay, as you you basically say to the group that we should keep the heart for proof of this kill, as it was the one killing the messengers. You notice that there are scraps and bones lying around, none of which seem to be able to place the head of the body as it's missing, giving you the impression that the Cyclops did not behead or kill the body outside.
Oh, we don't
Simply
think he killed the person.
gathered and dragged it.
Oh. You said there's a dark corner or something in this place?
Yes, so there's a sleeping area here. It's just a pile of hay and straw. There's some crates over here, and there's a really dark pit right here.
I head over towards where the crates, where I see like the crates, and I start looking around.
Can we cut the stomach, the actual stomach sac inside of it open?
Yeah, you can. Just give me a sec. I gotta figure out what's in these crates here.
Yeah, that's fine. Wait, those are grades.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Where are you?
Oh shoot, my phone's almost dead.
Why don't you pay attention to that?
So I usually have it on the charger when I'm streaming.
So you pretty much forgot.
Yep.
That makes sense.
Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay. As you sort of rummage through these crates, Nurmac, you find a bag of colorful pebbles. You can add that to your character sheet.
Yeah.
You find cabbages, 5 of them. You also find a crude map of the area. You find a fishing net. You find a barrel of oil. And you find a book. It seems to be torn up a little bit. And written in common. You can see the title as you sort of wipe off some dirt and dust. Compiled Triumphs of the Warrior. The complete volume. This book is an account on someone's life. And the book is torn and sort of stained pretty badly. Some of the pages are missing. It's written in common. And it contains magnificent pictures. Upon reading this 649-page book that's worth about 20 gold pieces, you will gain a little bit more knowledge in the athletics department.
Okay. So I'm just gonna bag it all.
Excellent. So just add all of that to your character sheet, and there's nothing left in these crates. And Zephy, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying we need to go ahead and cut the actual stomach organ open to see if the head is inside.
Okay, give me a sleight of hand.
Oh boy. 15.
Okay, you're able to sort of, with like a saw-like motion, cut through the thick skin of the belly, and you pierce the sort of stomach lining, and just an awful smell fills the cave. But inside is nothing but bones of animals. It doesn't seem to be any sort of humanoid sort of parts or blood or anything like that within the stomach. It seemed that Cyclops was only eating animals.
So was the body you said earlier dragged there, or looked like it'd been dragged there?
Dragged there. It looked like it was dragged there. That's correct.
Okay, I wasn't there for that part. Only Violet would know that.
Yeah, Violet knew that they were dragged. She did relay that information, that she saw some bad bodies that looked like they were dragged, and that there was a strong smell of blood. She could hear sounds and grunts and noises coming from within the cave.
It still could have bashed his head in, though.
Possible.
We don't know where his head is.
That's correct.
I think we should figure out where the body was dragged from.
Well, we saw it outside, right?
Yeah, but
Yes, you saw it outside.
but where is the head is the question. Maybe the head is back where it was dragged from.
Or whatever cut off his head took it with him as a trophy.
I looked long and hard at the decapitated body. There was no head to be seen.
Yeah, that is correct. And even Violet was the first to inspect them. She saw only drag marks, the head completely missing, and she saw a picture of a family, and even the little boy's body wasn't there. It seemed to just been the father, and it was headless. The mother you guys had encountered at the gates of Neverwinter.
If I see that mother again, I'm going to give her that picture.
Did it look?
That's a great idea. You should store that picture in your character sheet.
So pretty much a family picture.
Family picture, family portrait, yeah.
Now, does it look like the head was cut off or smashed?
Ripped off.
Ripped off.
Yeah, as part of its spinal cord is missing as well.
The only thing that could do that is something with similar strength to a Cyclops, though.
Possible.
I still
I'm sure
believe
if
it was
Nurmac
killed by
mad
the.
enough, you could do the same thing.
I'm almost still 100% the Cyclops probably did it, though.
Oh, under your investigative check and checking its body, it's safe for you to assume that it was not the Cyclops.
Okay. Me out of character's confused. Okay,
Well,
then.
I'm gonna keep looking around inside. Like I'm gonna.
I guess I'll see what I can salvage from the wolves' bodies.
Okay, I would say from the wolves' bodies, you're able to acquire 2 wolf pelts. And Nurmac, you approach this deep, dark pit. Even the light from your weapon shining down there doesn't reach the bottom.
How do you spell pelts?
PELT.
Pelts.
Pelets?
Did I spell it
Yeah.
wrong?
Pelts, pelts.
Oh, I did spell it wrong. Don't listen to me on spelling.
Okay, it was PLE.
PELTS.
PELTS. Okay, I started to spell it like that, but
pelt.
my brother spoke up.
Sorry.
Can I light one of the torches and throw it down?
You can light one of the torches and throw it down. As you do so, it descends about 60 feet before hitting the bottom, landing in a pile of sort of strewn and pile of scattered bones. It seems from your guess of everything that it's like a discarding pit where the Cyclops would toss remnants of its food. Can I get a perception check from you, please? Nice. As your torch lands and is slowly burning, you see something that is not of organic material down there.
I want to throw my rope, tie my rope off to like the big rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lower myself down and tie to this and just kind of.
Perfect. Give me a sleight of hand check. Okay. You have tied your rope to the rock and you can lower yourself down. Give me an athletics check. Okay, as you begin to clamber down, you get about 40 feet down and you're just about 20 feet off the ground when your rope slips from the rock. Let me see here. You take 3 points of falling damage.
Oh boy.
But you land in this pile of bones and your rope sort of comes all the way down, landing on the floor next to you, sort of coiled up. But within this rubble, you manage to see this item that is not of organic material.
Hey, Violet, you got a rope?
Yes, I do.
Oh yeah, I reached down to pick up that thing I see.
Yeah, 1 sec. I'm just gonna grab it for you.
I guess while this is going on, I'll tie the rope to the rock and spread Utter in down there so he can get out.
Not gonna lie, I kind of thought about just leaving him down there, out of character.
Oh God.
Okay, let's see here. Give me a D100 Nurmac. Okay, you find a scimitar and let me see something here for Nurmac. All right, it's in a writing that you do not understand. You are unfamiliar with the sort of inscriptions within this scimitar, but within the blade of the scimitar are these very unique scribings, and it seems to be in very good condition. So you can put unidentified scimitar in your inventory. Seeing the rope fall down, you can call out, and I would imagine that your party members would have saw it or heard it as well. So how would you guys like to proceed?
And is there anything else down this pit, or is there's just the end, like just a hole? There's no other.
It's almost like a well. There's no other sort of passages or anything like that, and it's a huge pile of bones. Like you can almost feel from your impact, even though you only took 3 damage, like it was almost cushioned because there is a huge pile of bones that you seem to have compressed a little bit. They seem to have been piling up. That gives you an understanding that this well or pit might go down another 40 to 60 feet even.
Okay.
I wonder what language it is, because I know like 6 different languages in total.
Well, I guess I'm gonna go reach for the rope, give it a good hard tug to make sure it's secure.
Okay,
And
so these
then-
guys, I assume that you collect the rope that you had that fell,
Yeah.
and these secured another rope, dropped it down. Give me an athletics check climbing back up.
Should we tie it, by the way? See if
I
it.
said I tied it.
Yeah, so with ease, Nurmac, you're able to pull yourself up. You've managed to plug your feet into some crevices within the wall, assisting you, and you climb successfully out of the pit.
I regather my rope once he's back up.
Yeah, and then I was gonna wander over towards the hay thing. See, Christian looking over from the hole. What I see over there.
Sorry, what was that? Cut out a little bit?
I'm gonna be out like outside the hole. I'm just gonna be looking from the hole towards where all the hay is piled. See what I see.
Okay, excellent. Give me an investigation check. Excellent. Within the hay, you see a tiny little leather strap. Looking a little bit more closely at it, you recognize this leather strap as it's similar to ones that are bound tightly across a coin purse.
I use my whip and I whip it over to try and grab the leather strap.
I'll say that you successfully grab it and sort of pull it towards you as you clasp it in your hands. You can feel its weight, and opening it, you can see within inside there is 100 gold pieces.
No.
I just tossed the whole gold coin first to Zephy.
Wait, what?
Okay, the whole coin purse filled with gold, 100 gold, is tossed over to Zephy.
Okay. That's kind of surprising. You sure you don't want this?
You'll heal me my blood. That's all that matters.
Bravo, Nurmac.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and use my last spell slot, since I have been healing him though. So I'm getting paid to be the healer. 12 more points of healing.
Beauty.
And since I know that you went over to that, you whipped something out of there, I'm going to go actually search the barrels of hay. I'm going to actually jump in there and look around.
I was thinking about doing that.
Okay, give me an investigation check.
We think too much alike.
Investigation. Ha! 19.
Okay.
And I jumped in. I just went, whee! Hopefully there was nothing in there sharp.
You had no idea what's in there. You just jump in.
Yep.
But I do have to admit, I thought about it myself, but decided against it because I know I have no idea what's in that hay.
I'm playing an 18-year-old. She's the character's gonna be reckless.
Okay, you find a copper coin. It's not round, it's hexagonal. And on one side is a smiling face and the words, "Remember to live." On the other side is a skull and the words read, "Remember you will die."
I mean, it's not wrong.
So what kind of coin is this?
Give me a history check.
Oh, I was trying to put it in my inventory. 11.
Oh, I would just say 11. It's usually this coin is used for a thieves guild, one that you're not familiar with, but you know that thieves generally use these types of coins as currency in the underground in the black market.
Okay, then.
Okay, so what kind of coin would I type in for my inventory?
Thieves guild currency.
Thieves guild currency. So I guess I know where my next gig is gonna be.
Nice.
And
So how would you guys proceed from here?
I'm going to go to sleep right here.
Okay, excellent. So preparing for a long rest, Zephy, you nestle yourself into this stash of hay, and there is a little bit of a fire going on. There's a little bit of firewood left within here that you guys could keep the fire going with or cook with. And Nurmac and Violet, what would you all be doing?
I'm going to walk over with where these logs are and take those logs, and I'm going to try and narrow or barricade the entrance a little bit more. It's not so
Okay.
vital.
Yeah. I would say easily enough you managed to accumulate enough logs and pile them up at the entrance, barricading it.
And I just pretty much standing there and I'm like, I'll take first watch.
You're under
Okay,
it.
nice. Excellent. And Violet, what would you be doing while you can hear Nurmac saying he'll take first watch?
Yes, I'll walk over to the hay bale and back up against it.
Okay, nice. So the two of you are resting. Nurmac taking first watch. I would say, and Nurmac, do you think that you'd be patrolling, standing, sitting, kneeling, crouching?
Standing
Just
center,
standing.
back center of the opening. So the
Okay, excellent. And during this time, what would you like to be doing? Because you have like about 3, 4 hours. Okay, nice. Yeah. So give me an intelligence check.
I don't have the intelligence to check it. Where the hell is it?
Just intelligence on the left side of your
Okay.
character sheet.
Oh, no, I was
That's
saying-
safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. So you find the book fairly interesting. It does have a lot of pictures demonstrating unique athletic techniques, and you find yourself intrigued. Almost, you can't put the book down. You can put, because you've stored it in your inventory. So what we'll do is where you have the book in brackets, just put 1/6 close bracket, signifying that verifying that you've completed 1 success out of 6. Several hours have gone by, and you feel your eyes beginning to feel heavy, and the words on the pages seem to be blurring a little bit. Who do you wake up for second watch?
I'm going to wake up Zephy.
Can he find me? Because I'm completely submerged under the hay.
I would say maybe Nurmac would just kick the hay.
Poor Zephy.
Alright.
And I reach into the hay bale until I feel something, and I grab what seems to be a leg, and I yank on it.
And she'll go,
Nurmac sort of holding Zephy upside down and indicating that it's her watch.
But while he's holding her upside down, she is holding her skirt up so it doesn't fall down.
Perfect. Zephy, you taking first watch. Nurmac, are you gonna nestle yourself into the haystack?
No, I'm just gonna lean against the corner and
Okay.
look down, put it back against the wall, fence, whatever that barricade is.
Yeah, just a cave wall. You got your back towards it, and you quickly doze off.
And I get like my back flap thing, and I like flap it up over my shoulders, and I just lean back.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm going to set my herbalism kit squarely on this thing where I have it's completely steady. And I'm going to attempt to make stamina potions.
Okay, go ahead. Give me D20 plus 2.
Whoop, I got to remember to put the R. 14.
Okay, you have 1 success for a stamina potion. You can go ahead and dock off the yellow flower, and at least one of them, and replace it with a stamina potion.
Alright. Let's see. Down 2. So that's 1 success. I need to put that on here. I need total. I've gotten 1 success out of 12. I will go ahead and attempt to make another stamina potion.
Okay. D20 plus 2. Success.
Alright, get 2 stamina potions. It leaves me with 1 leaf left. And that's all I'm going to do for potions.
So what I'd like you to do on your character sheet is on your inventory where you have herbalism kit. If you could put in brackets 2 out of 12. Just verifying.
Oh, over there. I had put it up there.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, as long as you're keeping track, then that's okay. But it's nice to see it, I think, on the inventory sheet, so that you don't have to open that up to see it.
Yeah, I figured it'd be a better spot there than the actual kit. And I guess I don't hear anything happen or coming down the cave while doing this.
No, during this watch, it's a fairly quiet night, and you guys are sort of in this cave. You're not really exposed to the elements or the environment. So after spending a few hours tinkering around with your herbalism kit, you can wake up Violet for her watch.
All right, I pack up my kit. I go this way, and Zephy is going to run, hit this fence, jump over it, and just land straight in the hay. I say, "Your turn!" Boom.
Violet, you wake up abruptly from Zephy jumping into the pile of hay, and it is your watch.
Okay, I guess I'll come over here so that way I can see the 3 areas that something could come from. So that way I can watch all 3 spots. And I guess I'll look at the picture a bit more to see if there's any like names on the back of it.
Alright, give me an investigation check.
But why do I have it on advantage? I guess it just needs 4.
Yeah, with 4, you could see there's nothing there, and even if it was, it would have been sort of worn down and just unlegible. You can't read it, and maybe about an hour or so goes by as you're sort of staying vigilant, and you sort of peer at this portrait. Anything else you'd like to do during your downtime?
I don't really have much else I can do. So I'll probably just keep watch. Just not for anything.
Okay. It's a fairly quiet night, and you don't really hear any sounds from outside or anything like that. And I would like to get a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Oh.
All of us are just.
Yes, sir. You find yourself a little bit bored, but you don't fall tired or feel your eyes getting heavy. You stay fairly vigilant, and you can sort of feel the time naturally as you are an experienced adventurer of sorts, at least compared to more common folk, and you can tell that the sun is just beginning to rise, and some of its light is just peeking through some of the logs that Nurmac had set up to barricade the cave. At this point, I would like everyone to click on their character tokens, and in the chat, you're going to type in !rest.
I typed it.
Nicely
Why
done,
did it
Nurmac,
not
yeah.
work?
It did. Just move your character. Control.
Oh, did it?
You got the life. It just didn't did it. Oh no, maybe not.
No.
Yeah, so maybe click away from your character token on the map, then click on
Okay.
your character token, and then in the chat, you're going to type in !rest, and press enter.
Yeah, it's not working, I think. Oh, when I hear dash, I think of a different dash.
There you go. Perfect. There we go.
No, BY.
There we go. Excellent. Okay, so something else I would like to do is quickly calculate experience here.
Did you ever get experience from that bear from the first session?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to you right now. So 2,500 points of experience. I'll type it in here.
Oh boy.
Oh, what?
Well, that's a level up.
Nicely done, guys. So at this point, I'm going to log off. We'll call it a session. We've completed a long rest. It's morning, so we can get to that next Wednesday. And if you guys want to take the time now to level up, be my guest. But it would be nice to level up by next session Wednesday, if everybody has leveled up. And yeah, so session 2 down. A couple of interesting points with the investigative properties for the bodies and whatnot, and just exploring, which is kind of cool. I wasn't expecting everyone to make it to this cave today, but that's kind of neat.
For the experience points, I should
Yep.
be like adding, right? And we should get a level because I'm not getting anything.
Let me double check that for you, Nurmac.
Did
so
you?
What you want to do is on your character sheet, when you type in 2,500, press. Oh, but you are actually at level 3 already. So hold on.
I get an ability score improvement?
I'm gonna find out for you right now, Nurmac. Sit tight.
Oh, you start out with 900 at level 3.
Is that right?
Yep, that's what I looked it up earlier.
So experience points level 3 should already be at 900. So you need to add 900 to your 2,500.
There you go.
So 34. Yeah.
I don't know where to put these ability score improvements at.
Perfect. All right. So you're all set there, Nurmac. So I'll let you guys level up, do your thing, and I'll see everybody next week.
Yeah.
All right, now go ahead
Right
and.
on. Oh, and something I wanted to mention was, let me just quickly show you guys. 1 second. Come on, baby.
What is something on here?
Yeah. Yeah, 1 sec.
Okay. I'll leave the stream on then for that part.
Yeah, I'm trying to. For some reason, she's not working on me here. There we go. Okay. Where is it? Because you guys have been traveling for a few days now for Neverwinter. You guys have been taking sort of the high road, but it did take you a little bit off the beaten path. So you guys would be right there on that X.
Okay.
So it just gives you an impression of where a couple days has taken you in terms of distance along the Sword Coast.
Let's see.
I'll put you guys back in that cave. And yeah, so we'll call it a session here, and I'm going to log off. So I'll see everybody next week. Thank you for another excellent session. Congrats on the level up. And that'll be level 4. Interesting.
Yeah, and thanks for the DMing.
No worries, man. My pleasure. I'm excited for this campaign. It's nice when you get back into the writing of it all and sort of get that energy and the inspiration.
Yeah, it's hard though too. That's hard. You write these things, and you're doing a good job at it.
Buddy, it was crazy. Like, I think Friday after work, I had some great ideas. I had to write them down in like my little notepad that I keep for my hours at work. And then Saturday morning, I got ready for like Friendsgiving, and then Sunday I was like hungover as hell. And Monday I got up in the morning, I had like 6:30 or 7, and I was writing until like 12, and all I had was like coffee, just like nonstop.
Yeah.
Nuts, man. Yeah, and just getting lots of these maps and everything prepared. So yeah, it was nice, man. Just got a lot of ideas, just throwing them. I don't know how to put them all together, right? They're just jumbled up, scattered. So yeah, it's nice though, because it's nice just having the ideas, because the way that you guys play, it just fits. I just like, oh, this is perfect for what I wrote down, and I just throw it in there.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you guys decide to go. Yeah.
So far it's pretty good. I like it.
All right.
Oh, also, I wanted to mention,